Well, guys, every day that passes by, I ask myself, how do these teams obviously go ahead and obviously bypass the new rules and regulations that were set by the club, by the team, by the football governing bodies in the world? Remember, in the winter transfer window of 2023, Chelsea went ahead to use this tactic of obviously giving players long contracts, like Enzo Fernandez. He signed a contract for 8 years at the club of Chelsea. You understand? And that period helps you really pay that amount of money. The 120 million euros release clause that was triggered by Chelsea couldn't obviously see them pay or sign this player if at all things were normal. They did obviously give him an abnormal contract of 8 years, and if you divide 120 by 8, that is like 17 million pounds, 17 million euros a year. You understand? So that means they can obviously work around with that to not violate the financial fair play. But Man City has gone ahead to obviously do the same thing, and however much this was really blocked and it was not allowed. I don't know how Man City have gone ahead to obviously come up and really give a player a 10-year contract to obviously stay at the club of Man City, and that is Erling Haaland. It has been David Austin who has gone ahead to break the story that Erling Haaland signs new 10-year contract, 9.5 years, to commit vast majority of his career to Man City. 24-year-old striker now secured to 2034, and any exit clauses from previous terms removed, among most lucrative deal in sporting history. So, guys, welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name. Since I read this story, I've been wondering how Man City went ahead to obviously bypass that rule that was really scripted off by the side of the Premier League. But right now, teams have gone ahead to obviously make these long-term contracts, and I don't know whether they went ahead and obviously knocked it down and it's now back to normal business as usual. Remember, we are powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops. If at all you really want what we call if at all you want what we call a used phone and a used laptop from the United Kingdom, affordable smartwatches, call them on +256 70 9988 665 and you will thank me later. That is Mono Gadgets for you. So that's what we have for you in here, and let's get straight into this story of Erling Haaland. And Fabrizio Romano has come out and obviously said Erling Haaland has signed a new deal at Man City, valid until June 2034. The agreement is valid for 9.5 years, as revealed by David Austin, with record salary for City. You understand? Then Fabrizio Romano added and said Haaland's new deal at Man City until June 2034 will also include a record salary, the highest ever at City, one of the highest ever in the EPL and football history. The release clause, previous ones are removed, is only valid from 2024, but very high numbers. So it shows you that they've gone ahead to obviously remove what we call the release clause. You get? And after removing the release clauses, they obviously gave him the amount of money that he wants, and he has been given a contract of £500,000 a week. And it was rumored from last year that they are working around a deal of that. Then Jamie Jackson has also gone ahead, obviously had something to say about this Erling Haaland deal, and he said that the length of Erling Haaland's new Man City contract is a record for a player in domestic competition, and his salary is thought to be a basic of around £500,000 a week. Guys, that's really a lot of money for a player. And if you take off 40% or what, he might be making or having around £300,000 a week, minus all those taxes, because they are taxed 40%. Now, after putting pen to paper on this contract, Erling Haaland has come out and obviously told us that Man City is a special club full of fantastic people with amazing supporters, and it's the type of environment that helps bring the best out of everybody. I also want to thank Pep Guardiola, his coaching staff, my teammates, and everyone at the club. Now, they've all helped me so much the past couple of years. They've made this Hatch a special place to be, and now I'm City no matter what. I want to keep developing, keep working to get better, and look to do my best to try and help us achieve more success going forward. Then Haaland said, it's been like a dream these past 2.5 years, but I'm really looking forward to what's next and the future. I'm going to stay for a long time, so now I can fully focus on getting better. Full focus on performing and getting better to give the fans what they want. That's what Erling Haaland has gone ahead to say. Now, to keep a player like Erling Haaland, you need to obviously show to it that you give him money, because a big club like Barcelona is doing it. That means you have to do it, because that's what big clubs have resorted to. To keep these players, they have to obviously pay them hugely and handsomely. Then Begiristan, Turkey, the football director of Man City said everyone at the club is absolutely delighted. Erling Haaland has signed his new contract. The fact he's signed for so long demonstrates our commitment to him and his love of this club. He's made an incredible impact here, and his amazing numbers and records speak volumes for themselves. But in addition to his outstanding natural talent and ability, Erling Haaland's dedication, professionalism, humility, and desire to keep getting better sum up what we all strive to achieve at Man City. He's one of the finest strikers in the world, but Erling is still very young. Obviously, he's still very young. And said, and will only continue to improve under Pep and his team. If he works hard, which he will create an incredible legacy. Now he can focus on his game and continuing to play a huge part in us trying to achieve more success. That's what Begiristan went ahead to obviously have to say about this player, obviously putting pen to paper onto a very, very, very long contract. Guys, signing for a decade and a club, that means the sign-on fee has been huge. And when you look at what he has gone ahead to say about Pep Guardiola, it confirms you that Pep Guardiola is here to stay and is going nowhere. Because if Pep Guardiola was leaving, then I don't think that he would have gone ahead to obviously sign 10 years. And we also have to do some research and really ask how many years did Pep Guardiola really sign to be at City? You understand? Because if this guy is signed for 10, that means Pep has a very longer contract than we all thought, So, this is what Erling Haaland said about Pep Guardiola. He said, it's so nice to work with Pep Guardiola. He's the best, but also the most hardworking person I've ever seen. People think it's only because he's this or that, but the amount of hours he puts down is also motivating, and it's also inspiring as well to see. He said, it's funny to work with him. It's hard, it's tough because he demands a lot. But that's what I want. I want people to demand a lot from me and to put pressure on me. That's what he really went ahead to say about Pep Guardiola, and that is Erling Haaland for you. So I'm calling in for your reactions into the comment section below about Erling Haaland's 10-year contract with Man City. He's here until 2034. What do you make about it? And feel free to go into the comment section and tell me your thoughts about this deal and how they've gone ahead obviously bypass that rule and regulation that was put there that a club shouldn't obviously get to an agreement with a player to sign very many years, like Chelsea did. And I think the maximum was 6 years, but now 4 years have been added onto the contract of Erling Haaland. I don't know what has been really followed, but I'm really still making some research to see how these came to pass. Bye-bye.